Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is part 20 video in mastering Hyper-V on Windows Server. And in this video I'm going to show you how to take Hyper-V virtual machine backup by using Windows Server backup, which is natively available. So definitely if you are running Hyper-V in your environment, and you are does not matter you are a small organization or big enterprise, you should always have your virtual machines backup. So if in case anything goes down, you can recover your production machines by using backup tools. So in this video I'm going to use a Windows Server backup which is natively available. So the first question, which is what is Windows Server backup? So Windows Server backup is a built-in backup feature in Windows Server, all the Windows servers, and which supports full server and custom backup. So for if you want to take a only virtual machine backup, you should go ahead and configure custom backup, which you where you can define which type of virtual machine or workload you want to take a backup. So and this is VSS based application for Hyper-V virtual machine by default. So if you want to take a application consistent backup, it will support that also. And there is no additional license or cost is required to use a Windows Server backup, since it is a native solution. And how Hyper-V backups work? So it uses the volume shadow copy service, which is VSS, to take a application aware backup for your virtual machine. And this also support the cluster shared volume CSV supported for Hyper-V virtual machines, and online backup without VM downtime. So you don't need to take a downtime for your virtual machines to take a backup. You can backups can be taken on the while it is running on the production. And what about backup storage options? So dedicated backup disk is always recommended. So do not mix and match your backup and production data on the same drive. And remote share is also supported. So we are going to see the remote share also in this video for recovery of the virtual machine. And cluster shared volume disk is supported. And as I said, avoid storing backup on the same production disk. So you should not mix and match. And restore scenario, you can restore entire virtual machine, you can restore only configuration, you can restore VHD and VHDX file, and recover to different Hyper-V host is also possible through Windows Server backup. So pretty much you will get everything. If you want to use a native solution without any additional cost, you can use a Windows Server backup for a small organization. And if you are running a enterprise level backup, then definitely you should go and use any enterprise level tool, which as a third-party backup solution. So key Hyper-V backup method. So Hyper-V manager, you can do export also. So you can just right click on virtual machine and export, and it will export your entire virtual machine in some hard drive location. So we have seen this in previous videos, where I have explained you how to export and import virtual machine by using Hyper-V manager. And the next one is Windows Server backup, which we are going to do in this video. So this is a native feature that's allow you to take a full server and a specified virtual machine backup, and support scheduling and application consistent snapshot also. So if you want to schedule your backup to run a multiple time on a given schedule, you can do that also. Let's say you want to set up your virtual machine backup before production hour or after production hour, 2 or 3 times in a day, you can schedule that also. And System Center Data Protection Manager, which is enterprise level tool from Microsoft, which support the host level and guest level backup, allowing granular level of recovery. So this is enterprise tool which is offering as a part of offering from the System Center suite. And third-party backup solution like Veeam, Commvault, Rubrik, Altro, and there are a lot of other backup application also which is specialized for backup only, and that include cloud storage option and deduplication to save space and all those things. So these are specialized software for backup only. And backup type requirement, what so full backup capture all the configuration files, state, VM virtual machine states, and virtual hard drive data only, which will take backup of only hard drives which is running for a virtual machine. And require you can use this to create a new virtual machine from a restore. And online state, so it does not matter your virtual machine is offline or online, you can enable the VSS in your virtual machine setting, and you can take the backup. And this is what is the requirement. So the backup volume snapshot integration must be enabled within the guest operating system for best result. So this is my demo environment which I am going to use in this demo. So I have a one virtual machine VM01 which is running on my Hyper-V host 1. So we will take backup and restore on Hyper-V virtual machine 1 also, and we'll restore the same virtual machine on remote host which is Hyper-V 2 in this video. So let's verify. So this is my DC domain controller. I got my Hyper-V 1 and this is my Hyper-V 2. So I have two servers. So in a Hyper-V manager, I have one virtual machine which is VM underscore prod. So I'll go ahead and power on this virtual machine. And now the very first thing is to install a Windows Server backup feature on the server. So I'll go ahead and install this feature on my both the servers. So just go and select the add role and feature, role based and feature based installation, click next, and then on the server selection side you will see your server, click next, and then skip the click next on the role, and you will on the feature page you will go at the bottom and you will see Windows Server Backup. So I'll go ahead and select this and click on install, and same procedure I'm going to follow on my server Hyper-V 2 also. So manage, add role and feature, click next, role based and feature based installation, select, verify your server, and then go to feature page by clicking next and scroll down. You will see Windows Server Backup, click next and then install. So this is very lightweight installation. It will take only a few seconds to get the installation done. So now you can see I got my Windows Server Backup installed, and if I go and click on local server, you will see here I'm getting I should get an option to configure schedule backup and backup once. So we are good. Now on the next step I need to add a dedicated additional disk on the server to save a backup. So I'll go ahead and add additional disk. So if you are running a production infrastructure, make sure you have a dedicated disk only planned for backup. So I'll go ahead and add let's say 100 gig drive here for backup. So just click on finish, okay. So I'm adding this backup disk on my Hyper-V host 1. So allow us few minutes, yeah, so it will take few seconds, and then we can basically configure the disk. So now I'll go ahead and open my disk management to verify the disk. So I got 100 gig drive, so I'll bring it online and initialize. I will initialize the disk and a GPT. So we are good. No need to create any volume or format the volume and all. So just go ahead and click now on a backup schedule. So we are in third step, configure the virtual machine backup from Windows Server Backup console. So I go ahead and schedule the backup. So click next, and now what type of backup you want, so full or custom. So I only want Hyper-V backup, virtual machine backup. So custom, click next and then add item. It will show you everything here. So I'll go ahead and select Hyper-V and VM01 production, which is showing online. It means the virtual machine is in running state. So go ahead and click next, and now when you want to take a backup, so if you want to run more than one, you can just go ahead and schedule your backups as per your convenient time. So I'll go ahead and set up pre and post production hours. So click next, and where you want to save. So backup to a hard disk which is dedicated for backup, which is recommended. Also you have option to backup to volume and shared network drive. So I'll go ahead with the recommended one since we added a dedicated disk. So show all drive, and this is my 100 gig dedicated drive. So I'll click OK, select here, and now it will format the drive and add as a backup drive. So we are good. Now you can see file excluded, none, advanced option. You can see VSS copy backup is enabled. You can see the schedule and the drive where you want to take, and backup items. We got only one virtual machine. So formatting and creating schedule now. Now you can see the backup schedule is created. I'll go ahead and click finish. And now if I go and just run the backup, you can see here backup item and all other details which we have configured, and use space you can see 0 and backup available 0 copies. I'll go ahead and run one backup manually. So when you click on backup once, it will give you option to run a schedule backup or different options. I'll go ahead and run the schedule one. So just click on backup, so it will start taking backup. So you can see create a VM shadow VM copy of volumes, so it will go ahead and create it. So soon the backup will start, and if you see here backing up is coming in the status. And I was talking about this thing, so under the integration you need to make sure backup volume shadow copy is enabled. So this is good. So now you can see the backup is also started. Already 2 GB backup is completed out of 17 GB. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Once the backup is finished, I'll resume from there. You can see the backup is completed, so we are good. Just go ahead and close this. Now you can see used space. If I click here on view details, you can see I got one backup, and backup copies space is 0, number of backup copy is 1, and this is what we have backup. So application we taken for Hyper-V, this particular VM. So I'll go ahead and run one more backup to just to show you how the space utilization works. So just go ahead and backup one. So the next backup is going to be a basically incremental backup. It will not going to take space. However, the restore will be full when you are going to do it. So you can see again it's creating the shadow copy. So backing up. So now the backup is in progress, you can see, and it has started. So I'll pause the recording once again. It is going to take less than 1 minute. So completed. I'll go ahead and click close. Now you can see here we got 2 copies for different times, and if I click here view details, you will see the space used by copy is approx nothing. It is 30 MB only. So this is how the number of copies is not going to take a space for the entire virtual machine size. So now we have a backup, 2 backups, healthy backups in our infrastructure. Now I'll go ahead and restore virtual machine to perform a validation. So the first thing, I'll go ahead and delete this virtual machine which is running here. So I'll go ahead and turn off this virtual machine and just go ahead and delete it. Let's say this disk is virtual machine is deleted by mistake, or it got something corrupted or all, and you want to recover it. So the virtual machine is deleted now. Now I'll go ahead and click on recover, and on this server I want to recover from this server. Backup is stored here, so click next, and you can see both the copies I can see under today date, and just click on next, whatever backup you want to install, recover basically, and Hyper-V, click next, and under the Hyper-V you will see the virtual machine which is inside the backup, and recover on the original location, click next, and just click on recover. So it will start the recovery. So you can see original location and preparing to recover, and soon it is going to start the data transfer. So now you can see the data transfer is also started. So this is one restore. You can restore your virtual machine on the same Hyper-V host, and also you can restore the virtual machine on different Hyper-V hosts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run restore on this Hyper-V 2. So I'll open Windows Server Backup and post that. I'll go here, and under the initiate the recovery, and the backup is stored on another location. You need to select, click next, and now I'll go ahead and select the remote shared folder. So I need to access my Hyper-V host share. So I'll go ahead and paste my name, So now you can see the backup restore is completed for this virtual machine. I'll go ahead and first let's verify the virtual machine is restored here. So this is good, all good. You can see now. I'll go ahead and power on this virtual machine. So start, and it will take some time. So now I'll go ahead and log into this virtual machine. So here you can see, and now on the local machine backup is successfully restored. I'll restore the backup now on my destination Hyper-V 2. So I'll need to access my share folder. So the first thing, I'll go ahead and add one drive letter in this backup drive to make sure it's going to be accessible over the network. So B dollar. So I need to disable the Windows firewall, so I'll go ahead and disable quickly. So Windows firewall and advanced, and I'll go here and properties. I'll just go and turn off the firewall for all the profiles. However, I need to only do it for a domain because this is in both the machines are in domain, but I'll just disable for everything. So now if I go and access this thing, so let's try one more time. So here you can see I can access it. So now I'm going to in my B drive, so you can see Windows backup is there, folder is there. So I'll go ahead and click next, and now I'll paste my path here, backup path, and you can see the location is accessed now. So you can see you will see on the network, you will see only latest one single copy of the backup. You will not be able to see multiple copies. So recovery item, you can see virtual machine and recovery time. So click next, and where you want to restore, so you want to restore Hyper-V, and then go ahead and select this, and now recover to the alternative location, and you can select recover to the original location also. So you will see here you are attempting to restore virtual machine. If virtual machine is already exists, first it will delete, and before it will proceed with the recovery. So I'm fine. So original machine it will not recover because this is not the original machine. So I'll recover to alternative location. So you need to put the path. So let's say I will recover here with VM01 name, and just click OK, and then start the recovery. So now you can see it is recovering the virtual machine here, D drive VM01 and VM01 underscore prod. So recovery has started. You can see now it's gonna take some time to recover the virtual machine. So I'll pause the recording. Once the recovery is completed, I'll resume from there. So now the restore is completed, so we can go ahead and close this. And if you want to verify, you can go here and you can verify the recovery. So we got our virtual machine restored. So here's the virtual machine hard drive and virtual machine config. And also if you go here and verify on the Hyper-V, you will see the virtual machine is restored successfully. So this is all about how to backup and restore your virtual machine which is running on a Hyper-V host by using Windows Server Backup. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any question, any query related to this, you can always post me in my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.